Gets me through my morning every day. Every morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, Adelaide's Jody and Hazy on Nova.
Paralympics just around the corner as well.
Yeah.
How about this? I don't think anyone knew that this was a rule, but apparently it is. If a Paralympian competes with a visible Olympic rings tattoo, then they will be disqualified from the upcoming games. What? So, and I assumed it was Paralympians as well. That's what happens. Thought you go to the Olympics, go to Paralympics, you get the rings.
So,
Probably above your boob.
wait, so they're saying that if you compete as a Paralympian and you've got a visible rings tattoo, you'll be disqualified.
You will be disqualified because a tattoo is considered to be body advertising by the International Paralympic Committee, the IPC, hoot of a Christmas party, which is a separate organisation to the International Olympic Committee. So basically, you're advertising what would seem like almost a competitor.
Right.
Different bodies,
Okay.
different committees.
Okay.
Sometimes they fight, and I tell you what, think of Anchorman, the scene in Anchorman where the news teams are fighting. It's just brutal. British swimmer Joseph Craig was disqualified in his S8 100-metre final at the IPC Swimming European Championships, not because of his swimming, but because of his visible Olympic rings tattoo. That is ridiculous.
We've got a Paralympian who goes to our gym, and she's got a massive rings on the back of her neck.
Oh,
What
well,
does she do then?
She needs to cover it up, I guess.
Oh, is it like in netball when you have to cover up your earrings with some tape?
Yeah. Is that what you have to do?
Yeah.
Oh, you'd look like such a thug, wouldn't you?
Not really.
That is a ridiculous law.
Isn't it?
I've got some ridiculous laws for you
Yeah.
that live in this country.
Okay.
I'm not taking the piss here.
Are you
These
sure?
are genuine laws.
All right.
All right, I'm going to go through them. I got about 5 or 6 for you.
Go on.
First up in South Australia, there's a $250 maximum fine for unlawfully ringing doorbells. $250. It used to be one of the great pranks as a youngster.
We caught people doing that on our doorbell because we've got cameras now. So Greg goes, have a look at this. And these two young punks walked past and rang our door. We could have them charged, I tell you.
What's worse, a $250 fine or Jody capturing you and forcing you to listen to her netball stories?
Oh!
I'm just kidding.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding. It's an offence in both SA and Victoria to take a homing pigeon unless you have a lawful authority to do so.
Yep.
In WA, you can be in trouble for stealing a pigeon, but only if it's tame and either in a pigeon house or on owner's land. So the big question is, who in their right mind would say, oh, there's a pigeon up for grabs? I'll take that.
That pigeon looks very vulnerable. He's coming home with me.
Oh, look at him. You need a home there, fella?
Come
Come
here.
home with me.
How do you lure a pigeon?
I have no idea, by the way.
Oh, is it breadcrumbs? I don't know.
I don't know. You call Bill Lorry. I'm not sure. 2 more for you, Joe. It's quickly.
Yep.
Bars required by law to stable, water and feed horses of patrons.
Say that again?
You don't see enough horses, do. So if you take your horse down the street and you, jump into the Oxford Hotel for a beer and your horse is out the front,
Yeah.
I mean, legally, they've got to provide food and water for your horse.
Wow.
13-24-10, when was the last time you took your horse out for a spin? And lastly, if you get electrocuted to death, then you will have to pay a fine to the government. This is the best thing. So you're just minding your business. Maybe it's not on purpose. Maybe it is. Bang! You dead. According to Australian laws, it is illegal to touch electric wires that can lead to your death. So if this does happen, you're a chance of getting a $200 fine in the mail.
God, can you imagine that? Imagine being the ones left behind. Like you know, your son electrocutes himself to death, and then the cops come knocking at the door. Oi, that'll be $200, thank you.
$200. So I die by electrocution, and then $200 fine comes in the mail. Tara's there like, he's still annoying me, even in death. He's still holding me back.
The Obamas.
What an unbelievably solid power couple they are. Are they the biggest power couple on earth?
I would have to say, and just couple goals. Like you can just see the pure adoration that they have for each other. But also, have you ever seen any two more charismatic, smart, funny, just charming people together?
Jody and Hazy. Oh my gosh, I can't say that with a straight face.
Oh, man.
The sexual chemistry and its power is admirational. No, I'm talking about Barack and Michelle right now. I'm talking about Barack and Michelle. Sorry, I needed to be much clearer with my words.
Mate, you know how we like to divvy things up on radio with a swoosh? Put a swoosh in now. Put a swoosh in,
I've only
please.
got this.
separate the two.
Oh, we're back on track. Michelle and Barack.
Have a lot of sexual chemistry. That is true.
I watched them on stage. You're like, any second now they're about to make love. Don't you reckon? You get those vibes? It's a good place to be.
It is a little bit like that. The two of them have just delivered an absolutely devastating takedown of Donald Trump at the Democratic National Convention yesterday. The former First Lady just lampooned Trump and belittled his exploitation of race for political gain, and it was just so beautiful to watch. Have a listen to the gorgeous Michelle in action.
His limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hard-working, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black. Who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
Oh, well done, Michelle.
Just a bit of background to the black jobs thing. So Trump used that expression in a debate with Joe Biden in June to describe the economic threat he claimed was being posed to African Americans by illegal immigrants. So, yes, he plays the race card and it's disgusting.
Gosh, he's an idiot. And also, just quickly, Trump, when it comes to cricket, come on, mate, grow up.
Sachin Tendulkar.
It's all related.
Just of all the things that Trump has done, that's the one thing that you will never forgive him for.
100%. He really broke my heart when he said that.
Yeah. Barack also took to the stage and he was equally as scathing of our boy Donald.
78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. There's the childish nickname, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes.
Here we go. And just explain to us the whole crowd sizing situation,
so
paint a visual.
When he said that, when he said the expression crowd sizes, he did that thing with your hands when you perhaps insinuate someone has a small a small penis. So he was like that.
Small pen 15.
Yeah. So he was like that with his hands, suggesting that Donald isn't overly well endowed. Well done. Well played. Well played, Barack.
I think we can all absolutely agree and safely agree without saying anything that we know that Barack Obama was probably spot on that situation.
So they took to the stage. They absolutely nailed it. The Obamas probably won Kamala an election and then went off stage and made love, as you said.
You should have seen them make love. It was so perfect. It was so perfect. Oh, speaking of making love on the weekends, the 6:15 vending machine is ready to go. Some of the prizes as well, Jodes. What about this 5-course dinner at Kingsford, the Brosses Orleano restaurant, valued at over $600. Well, la di frickin' da. That's up for grabs. Also, double pass to the Valo Adelaide 500 Saturday after race concert series. First question for the 6:15 vending machine quiz coming up next.
Don't ever use the expressions Jody and Hazy and sexual tension in the same sentence ever again. Is that understood?
Oh, is it one way?
Jody and Hazy's Loose Lips.
So this exercise is about listening and just expanding our listening skills, Joe.
Okay, you don't need to talk slow now because I can hear you because I don't have my noise cancelling headphones on.
No, I'm making a point that this is aggressively directed towards you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, loose lips. So what we do is we put some noise cancelling headphones on Jodes and you have to genuinely read my lips when I say a bit of a phrase.
Okay.
Maybe it will help you absorb the information.
All right.
And what I will say is I had a crack last week. It's hard.
Thank you.
It's not easy.
Thank you very much.
Really not easy.
No, it's tricky. And I am generous in this space in that I enunciated my words. You tend to mumble and sometimes miss words.
Sometimes my lips don't move so little that I'm speaking out of my nose. Like my nostrils are going crazy. That's where the sounds come from.
Shouldn't we call read my lips? Should we call read my nostrils?
Read my nostrils. Good luck with that. All right, so let's turn up the noise cancelling headphones for Jody.
Righto.
Do you want to get some cheese?
Do you wash your knickers?
Oh, that's incorrect. But no, that is not.
Is that correct?
That is not correct. Do you want to get some cheese?
Do you want to eat some cheesels?
Oh,
Really close.
Oh,
really,
okay, Commander
one more.
2. Do you want to eat
One
some
more.
knickers?
All right, one more go.
Okay.
Ready? Do you want to get some cheese?
Do you want to eat some cheese?
Yes!
Wow!
All right, noise cancelling headphones off.
What was
Jade, you got it.
Was it?
Do you want to get some cheese?
I'll get some cheese. Well,
So there might have been one word wrong, but that's good
That's
enough.
all right. Thank you.
You got the bulk of the information. That's what this is all about.
Good. Very concerned that you like to eat your undies, but anyway.
I know. God, whose knickers getting eaten again? That's outrageous. All right, let's turn the noise cancelling headphones back up. Here is your next phrase. You have tiny buttocks.
Do you want to press my buttons?
Yes, but incorrect. I feel like I press her buttons every single day because she's always about to block,
Do I? This is where you don't understand that I can't hear what you're saying.
which is a good thing. All right, here we go. You ready? You have tiny buttocks.
Do you have shiny buttocks?
Oh, very close. One more go. You ready?
Okay.
You have tiny buttocks.
You have tiny buttocks.
She's on you. All right, noise cancelling headphones off. Jade, you're getting good at this. You got that. Well done.
This is working.
Oh,
I'm a better
my
listener.
Gosh, you know what's going on now. It's fantastic. All right, last one. Noise cancelling headphones back on.
Okay.
Jodie can't hear anything except for really, really weird, crappy elevator music. Here we go. Where do babies come from?
Where does loose change on your bum? What?
Whoa! Incorrect. All right, you ready? Where do babies come from?
Where do... Something about rabies.
Close. Last time.
Okay.
Where do babies come from?
Where do babies come from?
Ah, she's incredible. She's done it. Well done.
God, I'm glad I got that, because if I had said where do rabies come from, I don't know.
No, I don't know either.
Dogs, rabid dogs.
Yeah, but quite seriously, well, where the hell do babies come from?
You've got 3. So I think...
I'm a bit confused.
I think you're right. In the right, your location services are on, put it that way.
Let's get ready to rumble. Ladies and gentlemen, Battle of the Bangers.
Well, to say you need a win in this space is a massive understatement, because I think you were up by about 6 or 7 at one stage.
Yeah.
And then you've lost 6 or 7 in a row.
Does that mean, let's some quick maths. You're on a 7-week winning run.
I think so.
What the hell happened?
I don't know.
Oh my God, you completely turned it around.
Just started choosing crappy songs.
You were hopeless at one stage.
That's not fit. That's okay. There's no need for that.
Your
There's no
Battle of the
need.
Bangers career was on life support.
There is absolutely.
You flatlined at one
This
stage.
is unnecessary to have a crack at me.
You was a real weekend at Bernie's type situation.
Do you know what this is? This is you not taking accountability for your own lack of form. Don't blame me, mate.
Oh my gosh.
Don't blame me because you've crapped the bed.
I know. And I didn't just crap the bed as well. I crapped the bedroom. It's everywhere. It's on the walls. It's on the roof. Oh my God. It's everywhere but in the toilet. Who knew that was one person could to produce so much crap in one setting?
It's
Do you know what I mean?
unbelievable, isn't it?
Anyway,
Anywho,
14-13, I need this win very, very desperately.
yeah, so 2 songs go head to head. You choose one, I choose the other one. And then you get to vote at the Jodie and Hazy Instagram page for the song that you want to hear at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. We have a theme each and every week. This
Yeah.
week's theme is fighting.
Fight
On the
off the back of our
Yeah.
favourite Adelaide Crows fugitive, and that is Matt Crouch.
Matt
He's
Crouch.
such a bad boy.
Matt Crouch. Day 3 in the holding cells in the Adelaide City Watch House. I wonder how he's going.
I wonder what sort of bad boy tats he's got now.
Yeah.
Is that the barbed wire going around the bicep?
I wonder if he's giving it a bit of, guys, I've got to play on the weekend. Can you let me out? Come
Neck
on.
tats. Guys, got to catch a flight to Sydney.
Yeah.
Got to play the Swans,
Yeah.
and I'll come back and I'll pick up my jail time after
I
that.
promise you that I will.
Promise that.
He
Give me
was
one of those
judged-
little anklets.
Yeah,
Keep an eye on me. I'll be fine.
yeah, just the little monitor bracelet. He'll be running around against the Swans on the weekend with a little monitor,
Yeah.
with a little anklet.
Yes.
I've been like, hey, Crouchy, what's that? Is that monitoring your heart rate?
That's not
Not really.
your standard monitor for an athlete.
No.
All right. Fight music is the theme this week, Joes. What have you got?
Okay, well, this is the ultimate feud between 2 absolute princesses of rock. They've buried the hatchet now, but back in the day, geez, it was on between Taylor Swift and who was she fighting with?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry. There
Here we go. I
There we
love
go.
it when I have to fill in the blanks for your song. This is why it hurts my soul, because then you go on and win, and I'm the one who has to help you out with your song.
Well, welcome to Song.
It's a good song. It's a good song. And that's about a genuine feud, a fight.
Yeah.
So there's a bit of meaning to yours.
Apparently, Taylor stole Katie's backup dancers, and that's how it all started.
Well, that's the number one rule.
Sure.
You do not steal other artists' backup dancers. Everyone knows that.
Rules to live by.
All right, Bad Blood versus a song which has literally got fight in the title.
You gotta fight for your right to party.
It's old school, baby.
It's real old school.
Oh, a bit of Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
Man, I've said this since day dot. We don't play enough Beastie Boys on Nova 919. Let's change that.
I've literally never heard you say that in your life.
I don't think anyone said we don't play enough Taylor Swift on Nova 919.
No one has ever said that.
So there
Nope.
you go.
Okay.
Beastie Boys, you got to fight for your rights at party versus Bad Blood Taylor Swift. Get your votes in at Jodie and Hazy. Winning song tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock.
Come on, Swifties.
14-13.
Get around
Last
it.
time I tried to channel the Swifties, they let me down too, by the way.
No, well, also no, because you insulted them. You tried to channel them, and then you backhanded, whacked them at the same time. So that was on you.
Okay, can you just be honest for a second? Did or did you not, when we were having an off-air conversation, say, watch me clean up Battle of the Bangers? I am going to absolutely get these imbeciles on board about the Swifties.
Okay. Anyone who
did you say
believes
that?
anyone who believes that I said that is an imbecile. I did not say that about Swifties. I love them. I think they're passionate and they're
You
beautiful.
just called them idiots instead.
No,
Okay, maybe I made that up. But that's how desperate I am, okay?
yeah.
Which in its own way is admirable, is it not? I'm not sure. Just vote for my song, please. I need this. I'm in that sort of territory. At Jodie and Hazy, let's go.
I really need a chit chat.
Let's have a chit chat.
It is so time for a chit chat.
Let's go, girls.
Where my ladies at?
We're all here.
Pew, pew.
We got Abby in the newsroom. How do we describe ourselves, Abby, this week?
Single as always.
Right. Full stop.
Great.
Consistency's okay.
Yeah. Producers,
This is good.
Yeah.
producers O.
Single and thriving, baby.
Oh.
Yeah.
Are we back on the apps?
I actually am. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Watch your space.
Okay. Well, on the back of Bennifer, obviously this has fallen apart once again. So they were together. Were they married or not the first time?
No, engaged.
Engaged.
Engaged in 2002.
All right. And so that split up. And then they did a very, very bad movie together called Gigi.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Forgot about that.
Universally panned. And then they split up. He married someone else. And then they got back together and got married again. And now they're getting divorced after 2 years, which begs the question, as you raised yesterday, Abby, do you ever go back to your ex?
Does it ever work? Because you broke up for a reason.
I like that expression. There's a reason why someone's in the rear view mirror. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't have rear view mirrors because I don't want to look back.
Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Clap yourself.
Thank you very much.
Really great.
Someone said that.
Really great motivational quote.
There was an athlete who said that one time. It was a sprinter or
Yeah.
something. You're like,
Yeah,
mate,
right.
that's illegal.
You can't not have mirrors in your car. What are you talking about? Abby in the newsroom. Have you ever gone backwards?
Multiple times. I'm really guilty. I'm bad for this. I'm bad for, splitting up and going, that's it. And then they weasel their way back in.
Why do you go back to the well, do you think?
Oh, because it's comfortable.
Because you know,
You know them.
but also you know it's crap, so why do you go back? It's
Exactly.
hard, isn't it?
I recently did this. There was a guy that I'd been seeing, and then we sort of made contact again. And then, within about 2 weeks, I went, you know what? I'm not doing this. See ya.
Do all the
Can't do it
memories
again.
come flooding back as to why you broke up in the first place?
No, because I'm stupid.
No,
I
because
don't think
you know
about
what?
it.
Because this is what humans do. We only remember, for the most part, you only remember the good bits.
Yeah.
A particular relationships, and maybe it's a nice trait, maybe it's not, it's dangerous. Your brain deletes the bad bits and just concentrates on the good bits.
Yeah.
But I do know multiple people who have gone back to an ex and who are now together, married, have kids.
I'd love to hear from those people 13, 24, 10. Has it worked out when you've gone back to the ex? Producer Zoe,
Yeah.
why do I feel like you'd be guilty of this?
Oh, I was my first boyfriend. We were together when I was teenager until about 20. We broke up and then we got back together. And it didn't last very long once we got back together. It was about a year. There was just too much that had gone down.
Too much stuff.
Too much stuff that was in the back of both of our minds, and he's
that-
now getting married to someone else.
Now that you're older, do you think you would do, like if an ex came back into your life?
No. I've actually with my last breakup like made an active effort of do not go backwards. Yeah.
Yeah.
I dilly-dallied after I separated from my first husband.
Really?
Like dilly-dallied for at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years.
So
Wow.
then it's dangerous with no commitment, or was someone trying to commit?
It's
or
horrible
someone
territory to
wasn't?
be
It's
in.
really, really
Grey
dangerous. It's
area.
no man's. It's relationship no man's.
It's a
land.
really bad space, and you throw in a child into the mix,
Yeah.
and it makes it even more complicated. I think someone once said to me, make a decision and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make the decision and move forward, which I highly recommend.
Yeah.
Well, especially
Easier
when
in
there's a
hindsight,
child
though.
involved.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And easier from the cheap
Totally.
seats as well.
Yeah.
Oh, just get rid of him. Yeah, but he's stunning. He's a bad boy and all those types of things. I get it, girls.
13, 24, 10, have you benefited yourself? Have you gone back? Have you gone back to the well and tried again? We'd love to hear from you. Did it work out?
Yeah, 100%, because obviously it's not working out for Benefa, but did it work for you?
Is there now a situation where you're going to have to divvy up $210 million? Is that what's happening?
Oh, my God, can I get Ayo? We've all been there, haven't we? Wait, are we talking money or Rapia?
Girls, I really need a chit chat. Let's have a chit chat. It is so time for a chit chat.
Let's go, girl.
Ah, yes, just another little installment of Chick Chat. The theme is getting back with your ex this morning off the back of course, Benefa, No Longer To Be, which I didn't actually even realise, but they were engaged once upon a time.
Yeah, they were engaged probably well over 10 years ago, and then they got back together. It was interesting. She's done like a little sort of musical film or doco about their relationship. And did you know that he wrote her love letters, right? And then she would read them out to all her musicians in her band to inspire them. So all these private love letters that he'd written her. That's a lot, isn't it?
Well, there's... First of all, did he know that was happening?
No, he was shocked.
Oh, J-Lo.
What are you doing?
And also the people in the band who are like, yes, Jennifer, that's great. Thank you. We're so inspired now. And then she goes off to the toilet and they're like, what's she doing?
that's private.
We think we're into that too, by the way.
Do you want to hear one of the headlines?
Here we go.
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's birth charts brought them together.
Okay.
Everyone has a birth chart when you're born, where the universe is, or like where your star sign and everything is.
Well, when they first met together on the set of Jiggly, whatever that movie was, she was married to Chris Judd, who was her backup dancer.
Chris Judd.
Yeah.
Chris Judd.
Former Blues and Eagles
I'm
champion.
pretty sure that's his name, Chris Judd.
Chris Judd.
No.
And then, of course, he married Rebecca Twigley. So it's just funny how people go in different directions, isn't it?
No, it was Chris Judd. Another Chris Judd.
Chris
It is
Judd.
Chris Judd, but it's
The Brownlow medalist, Chris Judd.
CRIS, no H in there.
Oh, right.
Spelling.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
It's really interesting that no one believes
Yeah.
me, but when producer M jumps on the mic, everyone believes her.
She
Voice
has
of reason.
been married,
Because
like,
she Googles it.
there's another one as well. She was married to Ojani Noah
Yeah,
for a year.
yeah. This technically is her third marriage, but how many
right.
engagements? So she was with A-Rod as well.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go. Ladies, please, can we jump back on track?
Sorry.
13, 24, 10. Did you get back with your ex? Joe, take us through your story of the ex.
Well, so me and my husband now, we were at school together, and we got together when I was 17, and we had a breakup, and he probably within 6 to 12 months got engaged to someone else.
Ooh.
His family told, like, her family told her that my husband wasn't good enough for her.
Whoa.
So split up with him, and we met each other shortly after at a birthday party, and we've been together now for 26 years.
Oh, there you go. That's nice.
With 3 children, my ad, and I would never share our love letters that I still have from both of us that are in folders stored in our shed.
Oh, that's
They're in a safe place
Yes.
in the shed.
Oh, goodness. Joe's not looking to launch her music career anytime soon.
No, which
Based
is
on the love
completely
letters
fair
from her
enough.
husband. Yeah.
Girls, I really need a chit chat. Let's have a chit chat. It is so time for a chit chat.
Let's go, girl.
Yeah, case of the ex this morning.
So on the second anniversary of their second crack at marriage, well, they were engaged the first time, J-Lo grabbed a purse and marched on down to the courthouse and filed for divorce.
Has anyone seen Ben Affleck smile?
No.
He always seems grumpy, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, the story is he's a homebody. He likes his privacy. She is J-Lo and likes being J-Lo.
Yes. I respect that Ben Affleck likes to keep it low-key.
Yeah, absolutely.
In a really high-key job.
Yeah.
Like, oh, gosh, I'm not that guy. Well, you are.
Yeah. I think the writing was on the wall when they were at like an awards ceremony and she's like basically slapped him in public. Like, pull your head in.
Perk up.
I know. And we all try to keep it together when we're fighting with our partner in public, right? Yeah. Everyone tries to keep a lid on it until you get in the car and you're like, you!
The fake smile, the fake laugh.
Yeah, but
can't get away with it when you're a Hollywood A-lister.
No, exactly. So when did you benefit it? When did you go back to the ex? Amanda, good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Good. What happened with you?
Well, it's actually been 3 times we were on and off.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was sort of like a mutual, I got no credit, never messaged me, so I sort of went my own way. Yeah, that sort of happened 2 times, and then the second time it was sort of like I don't want a relationship, and then I went my way again, and then, yeah, the third time, lucky. We've been together for 13 years now, or 12 years, sorry, and we've got 3 kids.
Oh, so there's a happy
work.
Nice.
Amanda, I wonder how many times Andrew Hayes pulled out that, oh, sorry, no credit on my phone.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't get back to you. But are you happy now, Amanda?
Yeah, very happy.
Great. Brilliant.
There you go.
Ah, well.
So that's nice.
All our cynicism about going back to the well.
Well, another happy ending.
Yeah. Good morning, Kathy.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. You went back to the ex, yes?
I did a few times. So I met myself a young English fella who was over here playing cricket in our summertime. And when the cricket season finished, he went back to England and completely ghosted me. And then he came back again to play cricket and got back in contact with me. And, of course, I went back. And not only did I go back, but he pretty much moved in with me both times. And then he went back again to England and again ghosted me, broke my heart, and I swore that's it, never again. And lo and behold, he came back again. And this time I was like, had my walls up, and he practically begged, and we got back together. He now has his residency, and we were official in 2014. And tomorrow we move into our very first house that we bought together.
There you go.
Yeah, and he became stepdad to my 4 children, and he's 14 years younger than me, so he's...
amazing. Kathy,
it was just a whirlwind. It was huge.
Yeah, Kathy, I don't want to expose him. I don't want to put you on the spot here, but it's not Joe Root, is it? You can rule out the skipper. Okay, cool.
Kathy, can I ask, did he ever explain the ghosting?
He just said that the first time it was like, I was too young and I didn't really know if I was going to come back. And I was like, okay, fair, cool. The second time, I was like, dude, seriously, you've been living with me twice now. Each time you come here, what the hell's going on? And he was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I was I wasn't a very nice person. And he basically told me the second time when he went back, forget about me, move on. I'm not coming back. And then he came back, and I was just like, are you serious? Like, what are you doing to me, man? Like...
the thing is, Kathy, they're such smooth talkers, the English. So an Aussie bloke goes, oh, yeah, no, sorry, I didn't. And you're like, get out. I'm like, I'm terribly sorry, Kathy. But
I'm so terribly sorry.
I'm so sorry I put you through that, but please take me back. And you're like, oh, okay.
Pretty much like that, yeah. I think it was the accent.
I'm very pleased it worked out in the end.
Yeah, so there you go. Another happy ending. Yeah, there you go. You can jump back in with your ex, and it can be an absolutely beautiful happy ending. That's nice.
Forgive me if I tap out of the cricketer conversation.
Showdown 56 keeps on delivering. It is the Thursday after a showdown, and there are still some genuine news points coming out.
Yeah, so Dan Houston obviously appealing that 5-match ban for that decent old hit on Isaac Rankin. So what happens? What's the best case scenario here? Because that'll go to the tribunal tonight.
Yes. So there's been a couple of situations where some players have appealed and won. So the best case scenario is that he probably gets 3 weeks. Worst case is it stays at 5 weeks and his season is 100% done. If you could get it reduced by 1 game, then there's a glimmer of hope that he will play again this season, and that's if they go the right way to the grand final.
So the defence that they used the first time around was he's a good bloke. Never been reported before, all that sort of stuff. What's the defence tonight? That he's got really beautiful eyes? I don't know. I don't understand.
Oh, I think that he might run for Prime Minister one day. I'm not
Okay.
really sure. Like, that's how good a bloke he is.
Yeah, he was a prefect in high school.
I think they'll try and argue all sorts of little different things in terms of head-high contact. I know it's action v outcome. It gets quite technical and all those sorts of spots. But don't you worry. They'll have a good argument up their sleeve. But they're arguing against the AFL, who can be very stubborn in
Very
these situations.
persuasive and stubborn.
Very stubborn.
Okay.
We have taken your points into consideration. We have acknowledged it.
Yeah.
But it's still no. That's sometimes what they do.
Matt Crouch is entering his, fourth night in prison?
Yeah,
in the remand
unbelievable.
centre here in Adelaide.
By all reports as well, now missing a couple of teeth. Got some neck tats as well.
Is he?
Go off, Crouchy. You're such a bad boy outlaw.
Has he had his one phone call?
I'm not sure that. And who did he speak to?
Tex.
Who did he call?
He called Tex.
Did he speak to Josh Rochelle and say, just go easy? Matt Crouch spoke yesterday to 7 News.
Was he yelling at you?
You can have a look at it. Everyone can look at the vision and they can make that decision for themselves. But yeah, as I said, that's all I'll say for now.
All right, I've seen the vision. You've seen the vision. Your thoughts?
Okay, so if you haven't seen the vision, some Port supporters going off at him across, over the race, going off at all the Crows players, by the way.
Yeah.
And so Crouch, you just see the look in his eyes, looked at him, gone, okay, mate, I've had enough of you. And he flicks off his hat. And so the supporters then gone, nah, he assaulted me, and called police. And in what can only be described as the most disgusting waste of police resources, has accused Matt Crouch of assault.
I assume that this is maybe in the same category, that if I stole my daughter's tiny teddies and she got access to a phone and called the police, are they going to investigate that as well?
My daddy took my biscuits.
I was saving them for later.
The police okay, Lottie, we'll just park this one for a moment.
Okay.
Police will investigate at a later time.
Oh, let's just watch their space and see what happens with Tiny Teddygate. Also, and finally, Joshua Shelley, there's murmurs that he won't be named tonight when the teams come out to face the Swans on Saturday night, that he potentially will be dropped. So that's a big story in itself, because it was right here where we had some fun. He had some fun and said the Port supporters had no teeth.
Pretty much an off-the-cuff kind of throwaway line, wasn't it? And
It was. And in the
feels-
moment as well, we were like, oh, it's a bit fun. That's a bit cheeky.
Yeah. Yeah, it didn't even sort of register with me, because obviously that Port joke has been going around since Jesus was a boy.
Yes. And
So he sort of said it, and I went, oh, okay.
And if you speak to different people, they'll say, well, you can't have a jab at the opposition supporters. It's a whole new level. But we can tell you right now, speaking before and during and after, he was just having some fun.
Yeah.
He was, look, and I'm sure there's people at the Crows who were saying, oh, you need to keep your mouth shut. And traditionally, Port Adelaide say some big things. They kept their mouth shut this time. And now all the focus has gone on young Joshua Shelley, who's a young bloke too, by the way.
Can I also just argue, for goodness sake, we as the media say, it's too sanitised. No one says anything ever. And the minute a young bloke says something that's mildly controversial, everyone jumps down his throat. So they can't win. They can't win, these boys.
There you go. Watch this space. Showdown 56. It is just the contest that keeps on giving.
Isn't it? Michelle Obama. Discuss what an absolute boss bitch.
She's a queen, isn't she?
Isn't she incredible?
And Barack's the king.
Yeah.
They rule this world.
The two of them are absolute couple goals. Can you think in your mind of a couple that are more aspirational than those two?
Well, it used to be. You feel like it used to be Beyonce and Jay-Z.
Oh, no, that's very much tarnished.
But now there's all these little cracks that seem to be appearing.
Well, you can't write a song about Becky with the good hair and not have people go, oh, maybe that relationship's not as perfect as it seems.
100%. And if that's not true, if there's no element of truth in that at all, it's just purely entertainment. You're like, why? Why would you go down that path, Beyonce?
Exactly.
Goodness sake.
That is so very true, mate. Democratic convention yesterday, Michelle Obama kicked us off, and the two of them combined absolutely roasted Donald Trump, and it was magnificent to watch. Have a listen.
His limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hardworking, highly educated, successful people who happen to be black. Who's going to tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
Who's going to tell him?
Of course, he brought up the black jobs in a debate with Joe Biden back in June. So that's where the history of that. But then they had a little hug on stage when Barack was introduced, and everyone was like, "Aw, aw,
Oh, look at them.
shut up, Obamas." And then Barack had this to say, and bear in mind, when he talks about the size of the crowds, he does a gesture with his hands, which quite often us women do to describe a man who perhaps isn't overly well endowed.
Okay.
78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. There's the childish nickname, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes.
There you go. Sizes.
We're crowd sizes, and he does that with his hands, which made a really small gesture.
So we want 100% that that's what we was talking about? That's what he was inferring? Or was that just a really, really
100%.
giant consensual situation where everyone's like, nah, that's what we want him to be talking about?
No. I'm pretty sure that. I'm pretty sure Barack knew what he was doing in this space. There's a bit of chatter about Michelle Obama's teeth too, which I hate because I think Michelle Obama is flawless. But
People will find a reason to hate on anyone, though.
yeah, but I think because they were a little bit skew-if, and you look back at photos of her through history and her teeth have been perfect, so oh my God, there was a lot of Twitter crap about that.
No, nothing wrong with that. My nickname back in the day when I was a kid was Rabbit. That's my teeth. I was two big buck teeth.
Did you?
Oh my God, I suppressed that. It's literally just come back right now.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, when I was like junior high school and stuff, they used to call me Rabbit.
Oh.
And not cool like, be Rabbit like Eminem. No, like teeth like a genuine rabbit.
Yeah, as in genuine buck teeth. Oh, do you need a hug?
No, because my teeth will get in the way apparently.